Hey everyone. Hey Sarah. Do I look too bright? Should I try do I look too I can change. I've been messing with my camera all day. Oh, hold on. I've been messing with my camera. I had my YouTube playing in the background. So I can let me see. If I make it no. Alright. I think that'll work. So I found out I don't know much about lighting, but I found out the cooler it is, the cooler the light, thank you, the tanner I look. I have matching shorts on too. Oh, the cooler the light is, the tanner I look, and the warmer the light is, the cooler I look, which I didn't know about that. I still feel like it looks really bright, but oh well. I have it on the lowest setting possible. Oh, no, I don't. I guess that works. Hey, Jeremiah. How are you? So, y'all, for some reason, my internet connection is being funky tonight. So, hopefully, it doesn't give me trouble. I don't know why it's doing this, but anyway, I made a video last night and I spent like 4 hours on this. Not even lying, 4 hours. And it's like 8 minutes long. Like, I'd give it to people who do video editing. I guess maybe when you get a little better at it, it gets easier, I don't know, but it took me like 4 hours to literally. Oh, good. I'm glad you're looking forward to it. Yeah, it took me like 4 hours to make an 8-minute video. I mean, it's nothing special. It's just kind of like slides and information. It's a video, but it's nothing fancy. But I'm going to try and play it. So give me a second to pull this together. I didn't even test it, so y'all are going to watch it with me for the first time. And I'm just going to like pause it as we go along and, talk about it as, why do I look so bright? I just can't figure out this lighting. I can't figure it out. Hey, Pointer! Hello. I can't figure this light out and it's driving me crazy. I just look so bright for some reason and I can't. Let me try something. Hold on. Okay. I don't see a brightness option. White balance, maybe? I don't know. I'm going to have to look over it. If anyone knows anything about lighting and how to make me less bright, I have a really fancy light and everything. I got the whole setup. I just can't figure out how the hell to make me look less bright. I've turned down everything but my face just gets so bright and from my computer screen. I think, hey, Beetle Maniac. Give me 1 second to pull my movie up. I didn't put audio behind it because I figured I'd talk, and I haven't gotten that far yet to figure out how to do it. So you guys will have to, watch as I learn and get better at this, grow with me, because I not great at editing videos. All right, so today I'm going to talk about Kiely Rodni. Most of y'all probably already heard all the story. It just took me a while to get going with this because my kid all week, he just, I went on Brittany's live the other night, Brittany J, and he was just sitting next to me like, waiting for me to get off. So it's either late nights and we went fishing. We went catfishing one night late. So I just haven't had time, but I'm here. I got it now. All right, let me start this. All right, I'm gonna pause it so I can go over the time. Oh, yeah. So, here's the timeline. On August 5th at 6:08 p.m. So let me give you a little rundown of who she is. She's a 16-year-old girl from Truckee, California, which is up by like Lake Tahoe. If anyone knows, like Lake Tahoe is a very like heavy camping, woodsy, I guess mountainous area. I've never been up there, but my aunt lived up there and it's beautiful. She loved it. And they were, let me pull up the map first so you guys can have an idea of where they were. What is going on? Hold on. Okay. Where'd my video go? Let me turn my phone volume down. All right. Prosser. She went to this big party at a Prosser family campground. It was I was really confused by this. They said it was like an end of the year. Okay, Sarah. They said it was like an end of the year senior party, but I'm guessing maybe like an end of the summer party because you would think end of like the school year would be early. You would have an early June, So here's the campground. Where's the reservoir? All right, so here's a campground and her house. Like she lives 12 miles away over here. All right, so here's the campground here. And then her house is over here somewhere. So she's only like 12 miles away. Now there's a big lake near her house. And there is a reservoir that's pretty close to the campground. Now, I did hear that there was like a boat ramp at the campground. So I don't know if they weren't like, I don't see any water over here. So I was confused about that, but people were saying there was a boat ramp nearby. Thank you, Beetle Maniac. But yeah, I just think it's important. Let me get the satellite so you guys can see. All right, so basically, no, I don't want that. How do I get? Do they not have satellite on here? All right, hold on. Let me Google Earth this. I'm gonna get Google Earth real quick. All right, so she goes to this party, this big, huge party. It grows inside. She's 16, mind you, and there was like adults coming to this party. They were drinking, doing drugs. She was supposedly drunk, and she's hanging out with a friend there named Sammy, and she was supposed to give Sammy a ride home. Well, Sammy said that she was too drunk to drive, so she got a ride home from somebody else. And then around like 12:30, Kiely called Sammy and was like, "Do you still need a ride?" So, okay, wait. This looks different. Okay, all right. This looks different though. So they were saying, all right, this makes more sense to me now. They were saying in the map that it was over here, but here's the campground. Okay. So here's the campground. Now you can see oh, yeah. There's a boat ramp right here. Like, not far at all. Like, right down the road. And they said that there was hundreds of cars parked over here because there was... Where were the police patrol that night? Yeah, I'm surprised by that, Tony, that they weren't on top of this. If this is something they do every year, like, I'm surprised the police didn't know about this. And that they weren't already, like, on top of it. Yeah, that's what I think. I think Beatlemaniac, I think she's in water, in my opinion. I don't like to jump to nefarious conclusions right away. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like doing that at all. Um, but yeah, look. So this reservoir is huge, and there's many areas that you could like drive in there, especially right at that point. Look, the road goes straight in there. So here's my thing. If there was over 300 plus people there and hundreds of cars, people could have been parked all down this road, all over. Like, what if her car was parked over here or something? It's been said that these parties have been going on for years. Maybe Ellie just ignores them. Maybe. Hold on one second, guys. All right. But yeah, I just like that. I don't know how the water like flows in there or anything. I would have to get like an up close picture or how deep it is. But it even looks deep right here, you know, like some you can see the shoreline right there. It looks like it goes straight in. So that's the one area of water, right? And then I mapped her ride home, which would be all right. So she would take this down to the highway. Here's Truckee. And then I believe her house is over here somewhere near Donner Lake. Now, I didn't see any reason for her to go past Donner Lake, but if she did, for whatever reason, you know, there's, let me see. Hold on. I mean, it's close to her house, so we have to take this into account too. There is a boat ramp here. At this parking lot right here. So her house, let me see if I can find the street. I believe. Oh, where is her house? Her house is over here somewhere. Cold Creek, maybe? It's over, I think it's on Cold Creek. Or around there. Something Creek Road. It's 85 feet deep in some spots. Oh, wow. So I wonder if it's hard, like, the deeper the water, the harder it is for them to tell if she's down there. Yeah, the vehicle could be anywhere, I agree. It's been said that these parties have been going on for years. Maybe Ellie just ignores them. Maybe. Yeah, usually there's a. Yeah, you're right about the reward being posted. I haven't. Oh, her family has a reward. Okay. 50,000. Okay. Yeah, it's only 12 miles from her home, Jeremiah. Like it's not far. So that just makes me think like, all right, so I'll show you guys the timeline too, but I just wanted to show this map so you guys had like an idea. I wonder if I could like and now look, not only that, but there's this reservoir over here. Boca Reservoir. I mean, I doubt she would have been all the way over here, but you know, anything is possible. Yeah, I didn't like where they said it before. This makes more sense. Like the boat ramps right where the party was at, you know? Can I no street view. Okay, they don't have a street view there. So I can't look at it. All right, let me get my video up. Yeah, yeah, I would think so too. Hopefully, I mean, this would be like I feel like here's my thing. Usually if somebody's like kidnapped or something like that, they usually find the car, you know, like abandoned somewhere or it's very rare that someone just goes missing and their car's missing and they don't see it on any cameras. I mean, they have so many cameras now. You can literally check all the cameras nearby and see if she had gone anywhere, you know, like past certain areas. So if you're not finding anything on the cameras, then like where did her car go? Like I just think the you know, not only that, she was 16. Uh I was a shit driver when I was 16, you know. She probably just got her license. Like I wasn't that good at that age. So, especially if she's driving drunk, which she probably was like, oh, you know, 12 miles away, I can do that. I'll see if I can find. I got like a little picture of the campground, but I'll see if I can find more pictures of it. All right, so on August 5th at 6:08, she's seen at a gas station in Truckee at 6 p.m. So this is what she was wearing. Sammy said those weren't the pants that she was wearing and that she had green dickies on, but they look like green dickies to me. Maybe she thought they weren't green for some reason, but they look like green dickies to me. And she had like a bodysuit, as you can see, like her skin popping out right here. She had like a little tank top bodysuit on. So she's seen at 6 p.m. And then at 11:30, she's already at this party. You know, she goes to this party with her friend Mags. They didn't really say what time she got there, but she went with her friend Mags. I think it was around like 10, or maybe a little bit before that. Mags Larson, she drives her there with her, or I guess Mags maybe meets her boyfriend there, or she drives them both there. I don't know, but Mags ends up leaving early. Supposedly they felt uncomfortable. People are trying to force them to do drugs. Like there was a lot of drinking, and Sammy even said that they were having like fights with boxing gloves, like they were fighting each other, which I don't think people realize is super dangerous when people are drinking and you know, like I had a friend who got in a fist fight while he was drunk and he fell on the ground, like he tripped and fell on the ground and smacked his head on the curb and ended up dying from it. So it's really serious. And probably not a smart idea, but they were having like a fight club type fights there, you know, with boxing gloves playing around. And then she calls her mom at 11:30 and asks her if she could stay till 12:30. Now, Sammy is supposedly her good friend, but they don't follow each other on Instagram, which I think is really weird. Well, I won't say it's really weird. I'll play devil's advocate here because I don't like jumping to conclusions. But Kiely follows Jagger. The news said he was her boyfriend, but he now says he's her ex. And Jagger follows Kiely. Kiely has no posts for some reason. Now Sammy follows Jagger, and Jagger follows Sammy, but Sammy doesn't follow Kiely, and Kiely doesn't follow Sammy. Sammy's 18, I think, so I believe she's a little older. I don't really know if they were great friends. Here's my thing. In high school, and I'm sure everyone can attest to this, if you had someone pass away in your high school years, it's almost like a popularity contest when someone passes away, like a student, everyone knows them. Everyone has a story with them. Everyone wants to be, the center of attention. Like they want to be the person who was their best friend, even though they weren't their best friend. Stuff like that. So, like, I just think maybe they weren't the greatest of friends, but because it's a national news thing and it's a big thing going on in their community, that they want attention. You know what I mean? They want to act like they were BFFs with this person. And, I was the last person to see them. So I just don't want to say the stuff is weird yet. Maybe they just became friends and maybe that's why they weren't following each other. But she said she was friends with her. They hung out at the party. She said they shared drinks. All right, so in her words, she was like, we shared drinks together, and we did shots together, and we popped a squat together. You know what I mean? And I think she was just trying to emphasize her friendship with her, maybe. You know what I mean? Like, if they did all these things together, they must be good friends. Yeah, she's friends enough with her to speak for the family. Like, I don't know. I don't want to say that stuff is shady because it might not be. And I think a lot of people are just like, oh, it's so weird they're not following each other. But she didn't have any content, so is it weird? Like, maybe they were just friends recently, It almost sound like, what if it's one of those situations, how, like, you have a group of friends, and then some people meet, like, an older group of friends, and then they have two different separate friends, the ones they kind of do bad things with, and then the ones they hang out with at home type deal. Maybe it was, like, something like that. If you guys want to watch the interview with Sammy or, like, clips from the interview, I can put it on. But I don't know, has anyone not seen it? Because if you guys haven't seen it, I could put it on. So, just let me know. If anyone hasn't seen it, let me know in chat. Anyone not seen it? No? Okay. Well, if you have it, just say it, and then I will put it on. But yeah, she did an interview. I forget the channel, but I would remember it once I looked it up. But she basically, that was her gist of it, that they met up while they were there. They hung out a lot during the party. They separated here and there, but always came back to each other. They popped a squat a few times in the woods together. Oh, nice, man. Live music. I love live music. Yeah, so I'm trying to think what else. She said they went back to her car at one point. Yeah, most of the country has seen too much of Sammy, who has turned into Deputy Sammy at the official press conferences. Yeah, see, I don't want to like really go playing the video again if everyone has seen it like over and over again because I feel like Sammy has just been on replay. Yeah, I mean, well, listen, that's what kids do in high school. You know what I mean? They want to get involved and be part of it. Now, I do think it's a little weird. They were like telling like Jagger uh said in a YouTube comment like, "Hey, if you have any tips, like run them through me first." It's like, what? Like police are not going to like run their tips through some young kid first. Like I think they just want to be part of it. You know what I mean? Like they want to like they want to show the people like, oh, we were close to her and I'm like running the show. I don't know. That's just common with kids. It just is. So this Kylie's mom, she who was the one who gave Kylie permission to attend the party. Now I don't know if she knew that she was going actually to the party or if she was going to her friend's house or whatever. But she asked her she texted her at 11:30 and she asked her mom if she can extend her curfew till 12:30. And then at 12 a.m., Elsa Pekarek sees Kylie at the party at Prosser Family Campground around 12 a.m. I found Elsa and just put a picture of her because I just like having visual references, so uh, I just like seeing things firsthand. So I figured, the more visual references I had, the better. I should have let this run a little bit because I paused it and now I gotta wait. Oh, there we go. All right. So at 12:38, Sammy, Kylie's, I put self-proclaimed friend because I wasn't sure if she was her good friend or not. This is Sammy, by the way, guys. You can see her down here. It's kind of dark. I don't know why. There. That's Sammy. So she was hanging with Kylie at the party, and she was going to get a ride home with her, but realized she was too drunk and rode with somebody else. She said Kylie called her at 12:38 a.m. asking if she still needed a ride home. So I know she's getting a lot of heat for this, for like leaving her, but again, do we know how close they were actually? And do we know if she was hanging out with other girls who she felt like, she would be fine with them? Because, like, a lot of the times when me and my friends would go out in high school, we were with a bunch of people we knew. So if some people left, I was still with a bunch of other girls who I thought, they'll take care of my girlfriends. But if they were like staying over my house, if I was staying over their house, then we, stayed with each other. I mean, we mostly stayed with each other anyway because we were just all really close. But maybe she had a different curfew. You know what I mean? There's all different reasons why she could have left without her. But I mean, I wouldn't want to get in a car with someone who was drunk and driving. But how did she know she was going to drive drunk? She could have thought she was going to go with somebody else. Who knows? So then on August 6th at 8 a.m., Kylie's mother wakes up to her daughter not home. So I guess she goes to bed, didn't, check to see what time she got home. She goes and checked her daughter's room and her daughter's not there. So she checks her daughter's location and sees her last location was at Prosser Family Campground. So she calls Kylie's friends who left the party early, which I would believe is Mags, because Mags left early, so I imagine that she called Mags. So her last pin location is at the campground. And then, all right, so I also heard, and I can't totally confirm this, but I've also heard that there was a guy who passed out next to her car. and he woke up and it wasn't there anymore. So I don't know, how true that is. It was just rumors I heard, and they supposedly got a bunch of videos, and they hadn't seen her in any of the videos that the police got, which I'm so shocked that none of them have come out publicly, because I haven't seen any public photos. Has anyone seen any public photos of this party? Like, I have not seen any at all. So then at 9 a.m., Kiely was supposed to meet her friend at Starbucks. Her mom and friend wait at Starbucks for her, and then she never shows. I think she was supposed to go camping with Kiely. They were waiting for her at Starbucks to go camping or whatever they were going to do, and Kiely never shows up. And then at 7:30 p.m., finally, Placer County releases a missing persons statement about the situation. After I go through this, we can play the most recent press conference today. It's kind of annoying me that they're doing press conferences every day without any updates. Like, I mean, I get that. I guess they're trying to look like they're staying in contact, but it's like, why do you just keep doing like conferences or whatever let me get it. Like, why do they keep doing it if a press conference if they have no updates? I'm just pulling that up real quick so I can play it when Hey, Bolson Man! Hey! Alright, hold on. Let me just minimize that for now. Okay, so I hit play. Alright, yeah, so I haven't even watched today's press conference. My kid was on like a play date with his friends, and I was just really busy, so it'll be the first time I'm watching it. So I'll be watching it with you all for the first time. Why is this taking so long? Come on. I should have just let them play, because I could have probably read them all out as it was playing, because I did it like far enough apart where like I planned it that way so I can read them. Oh, you have seen a photo? Was it in one of the groups? Where did you see that photo at? Because I like want to look it up. It looks like they're watching a boxing match. Yeah, they said that there was like almost like a little fight club thing going on there. So let me see. Hold on. I'm gonna pull this over here and see if I can find. Oh yeah, happy Watts weekend. You know what, Molson Man? I can't stand. I'm like one of the only people who just like I've just had enough of the Watts case. Like, I'm down to like, do one stream. They're going to have like a one night stream tomorrow night, I think, on the Decipher podcast. I think it's still going on. Like a whole bunch of people will be there, which I'm fine to do for one night, but I just really hope people don't like revamp this case, because everyone like just beat that case like it was like a dead horse. You know what I mean? Just over and over again, analyzing the same stuff over and over and over again. I just like hate it now. I just like, I would be fine with never talking about the Watts case again. You know what makes me crazy too? How every case where somebody does a public interview, that they need to compare the interview to the Chris Watts interview. Like, I don't think any interview I've ever seen in true crime is comparable to the Chris Watts interview. Like, of course you're going to find some little bit of similarity. I mean, people are normal people behaviors, and all these people are in a similar situation where their loved one goes missing. So they're going to say similar things. But like, I've never seen a video where anyone has acted like Chris Watts. Like, why does everyone compare it? It's on Alan. Okay. I'll check her out. I was watching her earlier, actually. Let me check her community post out. You're a Watts Island lifer, and I get on my own nerves with things. Yeah, I mean, I started here with Watts, so like, I appreciate that it brought me here. You know what I mean? Like, I appreciate that it brought me to YouTube, but it's just like, just leave the poor case alone. Like, there's nothing else to just talk about anymore. Oh, it's a video. Oh, all right, hold up. All right, I got it. I know, Al. Or whose video is this? Oh, Amanda. Oh, I know Amanda. I think she'll be all right with me using it. Hopefully. All right, so that's Kiely. All right, she has the black sweatshirt on. That's in my video too, but she borrowed the black sweatshirt from somebody. Her pants don't look green though. Like, didn't they say she had green dickies on? They don't look green. Huh. All right.
Was at Prosser Lake. Volunteers met at the Truckee Community Center this morning before starting another round of searches.
I just want my daughter home. I just want to give her a hug.
Oh, wait, they only showed that?
I just want to know where she is. I just want to know what happened.
They say her car is also missing, but the CHP has not issued an Amber Alert because they say the case has not met the criteria for known abductions.
I need to see more videos of this party. I have questions.
They say the case has not met the criteria.
I mean, they all look like young people, though. You know, they all look young. I mean, it looks like a typical, like, high school keg party, honestly. It doesn't look like adults are there. Maybe some. Huh. All right. What was I doing? Okay, I got that up. All right. Go back to my video. All right, so Kiely Rodni last known whereabouts was at Prosser Family Campground. I'm sorry, my logo's in the way at the end. Attending a senior party, she arrived at the party with her friend Max Larson, who left the party pretty early. According to a friend of Kiely's, Sammy Smith, the party became very large very quickly. People were drinking and using drugs. Kiely and Sammy went to her car to drink. They were both taking shots and sharing drinks. Here's a picture of like some of the campground too, from like a street view, if you wanted to get an idea. It's just woods and benches, you know. Yeah, her pants look gray to me too, but Sammy said they were green dickies. But in the gas station photo, they look green as well. So I'm just confused. I'm confused. Maybe it's just like one of those lighting things where they're just like a greenish gray and it tricks your eyes. Who knows? All right. Wait for there we go. All right. So Sammy says that Kiely was too drunk to give her a ride home, so she left with someone else. According to Sammy, Kiely called her at 12:38 a.m. after Sammy had already left, asking if she still needed a ride home. This is not confirmed, but there are reports that a man passed out next to Kiely's car, and when he woke up, it was not there. And this is Kiely's friend Sammy. She may have the same ex-boyfriend, Jagger Westfall. So I've heard that. I don't know if it's true, but people are saying that she also dated Jagger. Yeah, that's the only video I've seen of the party. Supposedly they got some, but I've looked around and I couldn't find any. I've even been like searching their social medias in hopes of like finding one. And like I couldn't find one. I've been through like a bunch of the friends' social medias. I mean, see, it's hard though because all the kids nowadays do like Instagram instead of Facebook. So a lot of people are just on Instagram and then their accounts are private and it's hard to like see what they're doing. All right, so this is Jagger. He was introduced to us on the news as Kiely's boyfriend, but he later verified that he's actually her ex. I don't know if he told them one thing and they played another, or if people called him out and then he retracted it. But regardless, he made it a point to say that he's not her boyfriend. Oh, and Molson let me just give you like a little rundown. So the girl's 16. She went to this party at a campground, got drunk, and she's missing the next morning. And nobody knows where she is. Her car's gone. She had a silver Honda CR-V. There's bodies of water nearby, like literally on the campground. So I think personally that she might have gotten drunk and like driven into a body of water. But some people think she was kidnapped or there was some nefarious things going on. And some people think her friends are shady, which I personally think they're like, I definitely understand why people think they're shady, but I can also see reasons why, like how their behavior could be explained away, I guess I'm saying. I'm always the cynic, you know what I mean? Like, I hate to just be like, these people are involved if there's like nothing that really screams to me that they're involved. Like, if they were nervous in an interview or said some similar words as someone else, like, everyone's going to say similar words as someone who has a missing person, too. Like, if I'm telling, do you want to say something about your friend or to your friend? Oh, please come home. We love you. Like, everyone's going to say that. So if Chris Watts says that and her friend says that, of course they're going to say that because that's what you say when your friends are missing. I just feel like people try and say because he did that, she did that, or that they did that to Shane Carey. What's her name? Heidi Broussard's husband. They tore him apart, said like his interview was so nerve-wracking and uncomfortable and that he was guilty, and it wasn't him. Some people just aren't good at talking on camera, like, especially if you're put on the spot and they just like want you to say something about it. It's like, you don't know what to say. So I feel like Chris Watts' video, like, he was so obvious, you know what I mean? He was like he wouldn't shut up, but I just don't feel like any video compares that much. Like, I haven't seen any video that really like speaks to me like the Chris Watts video did. Like, I looked at the Chris Watts video and I'm like, oh yeah, that dude's guilty as F, Same thing with Letitia Stout. She talked way too much and she kind of like gave me that vibe too. But I just don't see it with a lot of, like, I feel like every case gets compared to that video and I just can't stand it. So Sammy, Kylie's friend, doesn't follow Kiely on Instagram or vice versa, but she follows Jagger. So I've heard more than it's not true that he was her boy. So he was never her boyfriend, or he was and he's her ex. Yeah, I think law enforcement is using them to gather information too. I agree. Or just saying like, hey, like here's the thing. I feel like law enforcement is probably like, hey, if you can get any information off anyone, please let us know. And then, they're taking it as like law enforcement is like putting them in charge, like one little, I feel like a lot of what that can be misconstrued from like their end, thinking that, law enforcement told them to do that. Oh, that he was her boyfriend. Yeah, well, all right. So apparently he was her boyfriend. And then he verified that they're not together anymore, but they're still, I believe this is what he said, that they're still like really close. When you like break up with someone, but you're basically still like dating. I feel like it's one of them situations. Hey, Jameson. Yay, Lex. Yay, you caught me. Yeah, like I was thinking maybe it's just one of those situations where you know what, Point Lover, I do agree her behavior is odd. And I understand why people think it's odd. Thank you. I understand it's really not this color, it just looks this color on camera for some. Well, it is a little bit. It's like light brown, but it looks more orangey on camera. It's not that orange. But it is like a light brown. I got it. I had it blonde a while ago, and then I tried to dye it black, and it just came out this color, and it won't let me color over it. It just keeps like coming through, so I've just given up till I can cut it off, and then I'll redo it. But But yeah, I understand why people find it odd. Like, I get that. Like, there's definitely some things that make you go, but I know, I think I would look good as a redhead. Like, maybe I should just do my hair red. Just do my whole head like this. Like a strawberry blonde. Do like a like early Marilyn Monroe color hair. Or who had the auburn hair? Was that Lucille Ball? She had that color hair too, didn't she? Anyway, I can see why people think that their behavior is odd. But like I said, I feel like it can be explained away as being wanting to be popular and wanting to be, I was her best friend. No, I was her best friend type thing. And I think Avengers with Purpose should be on this because I feel like they're so good at what they do that they would be great for this. I really think this is like a Ventures with Purpose case that they should get on this. I think I think she's in Prosser Reservoir. Like, I just have a feeling. Although, what kind of so there's a boat ramp right there, like literally on the property. Like, you can literally, if anyone came in late, I'll show you real quick. Like, here's the campground. And now, mind you, they had hundreds of cars all parked in here. So it almost looks like they were standing at the end of the tree line in that picture. So maybe they were standing at the end of the tree line and all the cars were parked here. And maybe she pulled out here to go home, went the wrong way, and boom, into the freaking water. Can you imagine at night with all right, put yourself in this position. You're at this campground, right? It's probably pitch black at night. Like, you can't see shit probably. I'll be surprised. I wonder if they even have lights out there. Like, I didn't see any in the photo, but obviously they don't have bathrooms because they were popping squats or whatever. So they're out in this dark ass area, right? What if she got in her car, went the wrong way, she's drunk, and if you've ever seen like a lake at night, you can't even tell that it's a lake. It's just like blackness. She could have just drove right there, not even paying attention, and went right in the water thinking it was the damn road. Like, it's really hard to see in pitch black. She could have just went right into it. Especially if she was drunk, like under the influence. I mean, she could have just went the wrong way and right into the water. And here's another thing. There's definitely a distance. So at first I thought maybe no, but like somebody would had to have noticed if she drove into the water, right? Like they would have to see it. But look how far. It's not that far, but it's still far enough where like the party goers here, she could have got out in her car, went over there, and drove in, and no, still people wouldn't even have known. People wouldn't have known because it's far enough away where, like, it looks like in the picture they're right at this tree line too. Exactly, Pointer. There's no lights at all, so she literally could have just drove right in the lake and thought. Like, if anyone's ever seen a lake at night before, it's so dark. Like, you wouldn't even have, she might not even have known that she was driving into the lake before it was too late. There's no lights out there. Like, and people up here wouldn't have known because that's kind of far. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of far away. So I think it's so possible. Like, I really think it's possible she could have just went the wrong way and just got stuck. I just wanted to see. Is that like. Yeah, there's no lights. For real, that could happen so easily. Like, I didn't even think about that, but It literally looks like they're standing along this tree line right here. So they probably all parked here. And then she probably pulled out and boom, right in there. I mean, that's just so easy to do. Yeah, they probably had music on. They were fighting, you know what I mean? They were doing all kinds of stuff. Hey, Lori. They were doing all kinds of stuff there. So honestly, like, I doubt anyone. I mean, that's far enough. Like, I was thinking, like, the boat ramp was like, you know, you look over and you see the boat ramp. But obviously, like, that's far enough away where nobody would even know. Like, nobody would even see that. Nobody would know. And I'm sure just driving right into water, like, wouldn't be that loud either. And, like, anyone knows any, like, if you ever watched, I've watched a ton of videos where people test, like, driving in water. Again, I think I watched, what are the people that, like, try the myths out, like Mythbusters? Someone say earlier that Glenn might go out there. Who's Glenn? Is he from Adventures with Purpose? But I've watched a lot of videos where they test, like, what happens if you're, how long you have under the water to survive. I think it was actually like it might have been Adventures with Purpose. I don't know. It was one of those things where they test how long you can survive, and they tried all those things that they sell to, like, survive longer. And they submerged a car in water and they practiced it, but they had it on, like, ropes so they could pull it up, worst case. And they had, like, oxygen tanks and stuff. But once a car goes underwater, it is really, really hard. If you don't have your window down already, like, the second you realize you're in water, you need to put that window down right away. You won't be able to open the door because the water pressure is just too heavy that you can't get the doors open. You know, get your seatbelt off. And once it's underwater too, it's really, really hard to break the glass. Like, even the tools that they sell to break the glass don't break the glass. Like, it is really, really hard to do that. And you know, you would be really shocked to see how easy it, like, I think you have, like, less than a minute before you could die under there. Yeah. A Lord of the Flies party at a dark campground with no lights at midnight with mushrooms, cocaine, fighting, 16-year-olds, and hundreds of cars. Exactly. Kate, some years ago, I got lost on some back roads, pitch black, and drove right into a big pond, and you were told, no way. You drove into a pond and you had no idea. That's what I'm saying. Like, water is so dark at night if you have no lights. Like, just imagine that. They're like in the mountains, you know, in the pitch black. No lights at this campground. Yeah, I think it's so important to carry a tool. But Lori, even those tools don't work sometimes. The window breaker tools and the back of your seat is really hard to do it too. Like, it's really hard to break the window. Did I say hi to you, Megan? I'm saying hi to you again just in case I didn't. But yeah, I mean, I think like, all right, so I'll just show it one more time. So imagine this. From the picture I saw from the party, it looks like they're standing along this tree line because it doesn't look like there's trees behind them. They look this way. And then, like, someone's standing back taking a picture. So I would imagine they parked all their cars in this area. I mean, they said there was over 300 people there, so there's probably like 100 cars, let's say. So imagine, right? She leaves. She's drunk. It's pitch black. She pulls out and goes left instead of right, just not thinking this is the road, and drives right into water. I mean, if anyone has ever seen water at night, it would be so easy. Just especially if you're drunk. Drive right in there and not even know. You know, like it looks like a road all the way up until you get to the water. Especially because it's so dark. See, like, even Pointer Lover said she got lost on a back road, pitch black, and drove right into a big pond, and she was totally sober. So it definitely happens. And I thought there's no way she could have and nobody would have saw it. But this is big. Like, this is a big area. And this is pretty far. Like, if they're partying and there's music and there's all that stuff going on, this is pretty far away that they would have no idea that she did that. Like, nobody would have known. She could have easily just drove right into the water. Or, like, you know, could have been just too late. Here, oh, if anyone didn't see the video, let me show you real quick. I'll play it again. There's the picture. See how it looks like a tree line and then this is all dirt behind it? That's Kiely right here. So it looks to me like the picture was taken along the tree line. And all that area back there was probably where all the cars were parked. You never saw the damn pond, see? I know, that's what I'm saying. It's so easy to do that. Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, obviously there's a million scenarios. She could have got abducted, an accident could have happened, and they could have freaked because they didn't want to get in trouble. But when somebody's car doesn't show up, a lot of the times it has to do with water. It's just, that's how it is. Like, it's really rare that a car goes missing too and you can't find both of them. But there has been times where the car shows up like a month later, so you know, we don't know yet. But or it could always be like that chick who just ran away. Does anyone remember that girl's name? What was her name? Where she met the guy she was gaming with on a game, and then she met him at the tanning salon, and then they drove out to like California together. Hey, Molly Lollipops. We were just talking about... All right, check this out, Molly Lollipops, right? This is at the party at the campground. You've been following this stuff, right? The Kiely Rodni case. Notice how there's a tree line here and it's all dirt back here. So this is the party, right? Here's Google Earth. I'd imagine that they were at this tree line right here, right? All the cars parked in here probably. Kiely probably turned left. Now, there's no lights out here at all. None. Pitch black. She probably turned left thinking she was going down the road, wasn't paying attention, and drove right into the water. And nobody would have known because it's actually kind of far. And there was a bunch of cars here. Nobody would have ever seen it happen. They probably had music, you know. Yeah, they were using headlights to have light. I totally think it's the water thing. Like, that's just my number one, you know, that's immediately where I go to. I mean, of course, you know, there could be traffickers there, but I feel like that's like another thing. Whenever everyone always goes right for the trafficking story, and it's really, I mean, I know that it happens, but it's just like, it's not as common as people like make it out to be. It's like every time someone goes missing, maybe they were trafficked. Like, yeah, okay, so that was where the party was at. Hold on. That's where they had the party at. And that's the reservoir that the campground that they were partying on was connected to. Like, it was literally, like, the party was here at the campground. And I believe they were along this tree line here. And they said there was hundreds of cars there. Like, there was cars everywhere. So I'm sure all the cars were parked in here because it would be hard to park them all in the trees. And that's the road out, you know. You have the same background. I just picked the background because it was dark. And my screen makes my face illuminate really bright. So I needed, like, a dark background. But the background went perfect with the story. So it was just like, I'll leave it. Yeah, I feel like if it was trafficking, they would not do it that way. They'd be taking too much of a chance. Yeah, that's possible. It's a reservoir, but they have like boat ramps. Prosser Creek Reservoir. They said they're searching at the boat ramp. I heard that they had a tent there, and yeah, dark as fuck, no lights, alcohol, 200 kids, so many variables. But like literally, if anyone's ever seen water at night, it's really hard to distinguish like a road from water because it's so dark that it's so easy to just drive into water by accident, especially if you're very under the influence, inebriated. Who knows if she was just drinking alcohol? We don't even know that, you know. She could have been tripping on mushrooms and thought that was like a road that was moving. I don't mean to laugh, but like when people do like the hallucinogens, like the road moves and stuff. I mean, who knows, you know? Is that even like a ridiculous thing to think that, honestly? Oh, let me see. Hold on. So there's like a creek. It's a reservoir. Usually reservoirs don't. It looks pretty. I wonder if we can look up. So it says I guess it connects to Alder Creek. I'm assuming this is Alder Creek. And then it looks like sand. I mean, we could probably look up, see if we can find out how deep it is in some spots. I don't even know how to, what to Google. Creek Reservoir. 73 feet deep at the deepest point. Oh, here's a picture of it. So it's more like a lake, you know, like a. It's big. I mean, that's huge. Look at that. That's a big lake. I mean, it looks like it's moving in the creek direction a little bit into Alder Creek. Like you can see like right here a little bit. Plus, it looks very like sandy there and stuff, so it could probably easily gotten like swallowed in the like moving through it, like if it would be pulled in. Oh, I feel like the mud, like the way the sand is there, it's probably, you know, mucky and gets slidden in. I don't know. I just feel like it's so bright. Like that's so easy to accidentally do. But you would think if she just did go in right there that they would be quick to find it. But unless there's like another entrance in, or maybe she tried to like turn around and got stuck in. I don't know. Well, it definitely does connect to a creek, so I don't know if it would move or not. And then they also have Donner Lake near her parents' house, which looks even deeper because it's darker. That's close to her parents' house. Let me see. There's a boat ramp and a parking lot. It's kind of like a beach. That would probably be the only way in, though, is that parking, or over here on the road, maybe, if she was driving along here for whatever reason. Like off the side of the road right there. are all right here. I mean, if she took like a weird way home or something, or I wonder if you could take like up here. I feel like that would take forever to come home though. Oh, Prosser Creek. Does that run into? That might run into there too. All right. Anyway, let's go back to my video. All right. So, yeah, Kiely have decided to try and drive home under the influence. It was only 12 miles away, and lost control, or maybe lost control of her car. Prosser reservoirs connected to the campground. Could she have accidentally drove into there? Donner Lake is also near her home as well, with many areas on the road that could easily lead to water. Mm-hmm. I should have just left it running. I tried to make it so I could. Oh, what boys? Susan Smith. I think I remember that. I feel like, Megan, though, I feel like there's been a lot of instances where like the police go and they search and they suck at it and they never find anything, and then people like Adventures with Purpose come and find them in the first 12 minutes. Like, it makes no sense to me how, like, I wonder if they actually have people who know how to work that equipment, or if they just like teach beginners and like, yeah, this is what you look for, you know. Kiely was last seen at Prosser Campground. She was wearing a black bodysuit tank with thin spaghetti straps and green Dickie jeans. See, they look green here. They look gray and green, but they definitely, you can tell they're green here. Like, you can see it. She may also be wearing a black hoodie she borrowed off someone. She drives a silver Honda CRV with the license plate 8YUR127. So her hoodie says, "You don't want to be forgotten, you just want to disappear." And I'm sure people are running with that because it says it on the hoodie. Yeah, Cece and Bella were so cute. They really did. That's the Watts case is horrific. That guy is a monster. Seriously, I don't know how anyone could ever do anything like that to their kids. It makes me upset even thinking about it. Like, it's sick, so sick. That guy is such a monster. I hate Chris Watts. I hate him. Oh, and how about the scanner call last night? Did anyone not hear the scanner call? I could play the scanner call if you guys want to hear it. But basically, which this pisses me off so bad. Like, I cannot stand when people could put up those clickbait titles and go running with information before they verify it. Like, I get you want to be the first person out, and I get that the clickbait pulls in people, but it is so rude to do that to families. I mean, you're going to get families' hopes up, like going and, going on YouTube saying they found her, not verifying that shit first. Like, that just makes me so mad. And like, 10 to Life and Tyler, when they did that last night, I was like, ugh, like, why? At least put in your title like a question mark so it shows that you don't know if she was found or not yet. Like, don't go in there like putting Kiely Rodni body found, or Kiely Rodni found, or sorry, not body found. They thought she was alive, but Kiely Rodni found with exclamation points. Because here's the problem. People will see that and they won't even bother to click on the video. They just see Kiely Rodni found, right? Then they're going to go to Twitter and go, "Oh my God, she's found." Facebook, "She's found." They won't even listen to the video. Like, I get on Annie 10 to Life's video, she said, it's not verified. But half those people don't even listen to the video. Like, just don't. And it aggravates me because this isn't, her first rodeo where she put out misinformation that she didn't vet. like she did that with the Sophie Long case, and it's just like, come on, you know better. Like, you know better than to do that. It's just horrible. I don't know if anyone's like filed the Sophie Long case or like I have. I know a couple people in here have. I've seen them, but the Sophie Long case, it was basically this dad who accused his ex-wife's boyfriend of trigger warning everyone, essaying his daughter. And his daughter like just really like wanted his like love, I guess, and would like do anything for him. And in the video she was just screaming. He made this video, released it, and it went viral. And everyone was like, you know, like going after this mother and her boyfriend. And here it came out that it was parental alienation, and that he's accused every boyfriend she's ever had. He made like $5 million, or not 5 million, $500,000 in donations to like fight this woman in a legal battle. And then he ended up kidnapping his daughter and going to Mexico with her. And Tenda Life was like his spokesperson. And she put out this terrible misinformation about the children and like let him go on her her channel and just spew all this stuff that wasn't even true. And I have a hard time forgiving her after that. Like, especially because she has so many viewers. Like, you have 100K. It's your job to do it right, and it's not about viewers, it's about the family of these victims and stuff like that. I know, Pointer Lover, aren't the words on that hoodie just so eerie, especially now that she's missing? It's creepy. Oh yeah, Beatlemaniac. I mean, this guy, his name's Michael Long, and his daughter was Sophie Long, and he did this whole campaign. Everyone I stand with Sophie. It was a big thing. Everyone believed that this mom and her boyfriend were these horrible people, and here this guy made it all up. He accused every one of her exes. I mean, the mom's boyfriend was an ass. Like he did get caught, like, I guess, like being violent with the mom, but he never with the kids. It was like a couple domestic disputes with them, but the dad he accused everyone that was in her life of it. And then he bribed her with all these gifts and stuff to say, this and that. Like, he told her she was going to be Taylor Swift and they were going to go to Disney World if she like went along with his story. And then when he lost all his parental rights to all his kids, and then he kidnapped the daughter and ran to Mexico. And then they caught him in Mexico, and he stayed in jail. Oh yeah, CPS was involved. Yep. Oh yeah, everybody. The Glare was on his side. Annie Elise. They had a Dad Challenge podcast. Oh, everyone was rooting for him besides a few people. And I actually used to mod for Critical K, and she was like the one who fought the opposite side. So I never really believed him from the beginning because things just didn't make sense to me. But yeah, it turned into a whole shit show. Yeah, she's with her mom now. He ended up in Mexican prison. She got brought back. She's with her mom now. She was doing good with her mom then. She was in all extracurricular activities. Her grades were good. Then when she moved with her dad, he wasn't sending her to school. He wasn't getting her therapy. He wasn't doing anything, So she's back with her mom now, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I believe she's back with her mom now. Oh yeah, her mind's probably, she's gonna need years of therapy for this crap, but her mom will get that for her for sure. I'm gonna play the Placer County Sheriff's press conference because I didn't watch it today because I was at a play date for my son. So I want to watch it. Oh wait, what did I do?
Sheriff's Office. I'd first like to begin by thanking the Rodney Neiman family.
Hold on. I'm going to stop my screen and start it again. It's only 8 minutes, so it shouldn't be too bad.
For being here. Thank you. As you all know, we continue to have local, regional, state, and federal agencies assisting us in the search for Kiely Rodni. This is day 6 of the search, and to date, we have dedicated over 9,000 hours, and over 900 tips have been received related to the search for Kiely. We'd like to mention that the Tahoe Truckee community has been extremely helpful to us during our search and our investigation, but we'd like to encourage everybody.
Can y'all hear that okay?
To notify the sheriff's office anytime you feel like you have a tip or any information that may help lead us to Kiely. It's recently come to our attention, and we have received several reports of adults trying to discourage people and possibly teens from coming forward with information that could help us locate Kiely. So we'd like to remind everybody again, possibly teens from coming forward with information that could help that may help lead us to Kiely. It's recently come to our attention, and we have received several reports of adults trying to discourage people and possibly teens from coming forward with information that could help us.
Whoa. Yeah, I don't, for some reason I can't make it louder than that. I don't know why it's not letting me, but they just said that there's adults encouraging teens not to come forward. That's bizarre. Like, why? Now that's shady. Like, why would adults tell teens not to come forward? Unless, like, they know their kids were involved, like something happened and they're trying to protect their kids somehow. But like, I feel like this is like a rich area. Yeah, I know. I thought it was really weird, Pointer Lover. I've never seen them do this, like a press conference every day, and I wonder why. Like, I don't know if they're just trying to look like they're doing the most, but I've never seen that. I've only seen them do, like, sometimes they'll do like a week later to give an update, or like when there's updates. I've never seen one every day.
Locate Kiely. So we'd like to remind everybody again, our interest is in not arresting any individuals, prosecuting any individuals, or holding them accountable for any underage drinking or illicit drug activity that did occur, that we know occurred at the Prosser Family Campground Friday evening. Our sole purpose in this investigation and search is to bring Kiely home to her family, and we need the community's help. We're here to support the community. As we mentioned earlier, we have set up an online portal where people can submit photos and videos that they believe may help lead us to Kiely. That service and that option is anonymous.
True.
You don't have to enter your phone number, and you don't have to enter your email.
She has nice hair.
Name. This is a strictly confidential, anonymous way for us to receive photos.
If that's all her natural hair, she has really nice hair.
That may assist us in locating Kiely and her vehicle. In addition to that, we want to remind everybody that we have an online email portal set up and our tip line. All of this information can be found on our social media accounts in our latest press release that went out just a few hours ago. We've created a link tree to condense all of the options available to the community and the public who would like to help us with any tips or leads that they may have. Again, we'd like to thank you for continuing the coverage in our search and efforts to locate Kiely. And again, we'd like to thank the Rodni Neiman family for being here. We'll open it up for questions.
Of the 900 tips that you received, are they mostly from this area? How far out would you from if they're from out of this area?
We've received tips from across the country.
Yeah, I think it's really weird that I mean, I get that they don't want to get their kids in trouble, but like, that's minor compared to someone missing, you know, unless it's like serious stuff that happened. But like, if it's over like them not wanting their kids to get in trouble for like underage drinking, that's really stupid.
No, tips have not slowed down. We have tips pouring in every hour, and we have all of our detectives rapidly looking through each and every single one of them and trying to exhaust each and every single lead. Unfortunately, most leads have not panned out and have not been fruitful, but we are not discouraged. And again, we're really urging anybody in this community and beyond who may have been at this party to please, if they have video or photos from this party, to please upload them to our anonymous online portal. We are very interested in seeing these photos and videos.
You're saying that some people may have been persuading maybe students or young teens to not come forward in fear of some sort of consequences. Can you explain that dynamic a little bit?
So we've received reports from adults around the community who we understand are dissuading people from coming forward. And that impedes our investigation. We want to find Kiely. We want to bring Kiely home to her family. And if people are out there telling people who may have valuable information to not come forward, that's an issue. Again, we're not here to arrest anybody and hold them accountable for underage drinking and drug usage. That's not our interest right now. That won't be our interest in this case.
Yeah.
Our sole mission is to bring Kiely home to her family, and that's what we want everybody to understand. We've been saying this from day one. It's now day 6.
Are those adults going to be held accountable for impeding within the information being
Like you would think like an underage drinking
Potentially,
charge
if we
is
can
like
prove
nothing compared
that
to
this is
like.
actually happening? Remember, these
I
are
mean, I
just
get
people
that it's
who
on their records, but if they're under
if there
18,
is
it
solid
doesn't matter
evidence, we'll have to
anyway.
pursue it. That's also our job. But again, right now, our sole focus and our only focus is to bring Kiely home.
Are those reports coming out of our community?
Yes.
Within the North Lake Tahoe trucking area?
Yes.
Thank you.
As far as search efforts or maybe interviews that you guys have conducted from yesterday to today, has anything new panned out or new information to share?
There's no new information to share, but we will say that each day our detectives and our search and rescue crews do continue to search different areas, and they continue to interview new people, and they continue to develop new leads that need to be followed up on. And one thing that I think I'd like to clarify is that our detectives cannot debunk or not confirm any type
Oh
of
yeah, I
handwritten
mean,
minutes,
if you go
right?
through
So
my
I
phone
can't
right
debunk
now,
anything and say,
you'd
"Oh, this is false
probably
information
think
in
I
5
was like a
10 minutes." Some of these
murderer or
things take
something.
days to thoroughly investigate, and that's what
Like
we're
if
doing. That's what
somebody
we're
asked
doing
me
for
to
the first
search my
day
phone
of the search,
right now, they'd
thoroughly searching
find
and
like
thoroughly investigating.
the
So
most
this is a very complex process, and
terrible
again, we're looking
things
for the
in
community
there,
help
like
to
Google
help with this
searching,
time.
like
They describe this situation.
like I remember one time. All right, so hold on, let me pause this real quick. All right, don't come for me, y'all. Like, don't make fun of me. But if you ever want to see them, I'll share them on my channel. But so I breed roaches for my lizards because it saves me money to feed them. Now, mind you, I have like lots of lizards, so it's costly. So I breed roaches, so people think I'm crazy, but they're like, you know, like special. They're called dubia roaches, and all right. So when you build like a breeding box for them, you have to get these beetles that like eat anything. I mean, they're like, they eat like the poop and stuff, and it keeps the bin clean. They're called like dermistus beetles or something like that. I'm probably totally like slaughtering this word right now, but they're these like little itty bitty black beetles. If you ever saw the show Bones, the woman uses them to like clean off bones. She puts them in like a tank, and they clean off all the nasty stuff on the bones without, like old bones, without ruining them. Well, like I'll put like a piece of lettuce in there and it'll be gone in like 5 minutes. So like I was just curious if like the beetles could like, you know, destroy how fast, if they could eat like a dead body, you know what I mean? But like if the cops search my phone, they would be like, why is this chick looking up these beetles? Like, why does she want to know if they could like eat a dead body? But like I was just curious because I can't believe like how fast they go through and like because the show Bones, you know, like I couldn't believe how fast they go through lettuce. Yeah, it cuts down on costs. I have dubia roaches, and I breed mealworms. I'm probably gonna start doing super worms, but I do mealworms too. Oh, hold on a minute. Sorry, Britt. Anyway, but yeah. So if y'all are ever interested, I don't want to scare anyone with bugs, but if anyone wants to see them, I'll bring them out one night and show you guys the bugs. They're pretty big, but if I ever saw a wild roach in my house, I'd totally freak. But these ones don't scare me that much because I observe them in their natural habitat, and they're very motherly. Like the moms will get all their little baby law enforcement calling. They heard my video, and now they're calling me like, "What are you talking about, lady?" But yeah, the moms, they get their little baby roaches and they pile them in a little egg crate divot and they lay on top of them. So, but yeah, like I just really like, especially because I follow true crime. I just have some really bizarre searches in my phone that they would be like, "What the hell? Like this chick's crazy." I promise I'm not trying to kill anybody, but I do really be looking up the craziest stuff on my phone because of true crime. I do. I could probably go through my history right now and read some of them off, and you would think I was crazy. But all right, anyway, like even like when you'll pass on the bugs, like here's what's crazy. My son will go on there and like I'll hold the females. I don't like the males though, because the males give me like they look like roaches, but the females they're not they're not too bad. You want to see them? All right. At the end of the stream, I'll grab one, and if anyone wants to hop, I'll warn you guys before I bring it out. I'll pick up a female, but I won't pick up the males. All right, let me finish this thing. Hold on.
That is still the case. We wish it weren't. Are there any more questions?
There's a report of the couple that went missing on their way home from August 9th in Reno. The search effort to find them, will that be taking resources away from this search effort?
I'm going to let Lieutenant Perry from the Nevada County Sheriff's Office answer that.
Hi, I'm Lieutenant Perry. I'm the Investigations Lieutenant for the Nevada County Sheriff's Office. We did have to pull one detective today for that investigation, as well as some of our.
I can't hear this guy at all. Why? I don't know why it's so quiet.
With the Yuba City Police Department on that investigation.
Thank you so much. This concludes the press conference.
Oh, wow. That was like a really quick update. It was just basically about that. Like, I was expecting a little more. Oh, well. All right. I was expecting more. You think it's just him? I could hear her. I just couldn't hear that guy. That guy was like really quiet. Like really, really quiet. But yeah. Oh, yeah. Let me play the scanner call real quick. I'm sure everyone's heard it, but we'll play it just in case. I have people who are new that watch it later that haven't seen it or heard it. Oh, what's this? Oh, she's looking at it from Google Earth. All right. I got excited for a minute. Where is the scanner? All right, let me just type in scanner and see if it shows up. I can't remember who had, no. Oh, look how cute she looks there. She had really pretty hair. I love really long hair. My hair used to be that long, and then I cut it because I was bored one night. You know, when you get bored and you try one of those TikTok haircuts, and you're like, what did I do? I used to have hair like that. It's not that thick, though. Like, I'm jelly of people who have really thick hair. I have really thin, like real thin, straight hair. Like, it's only kind of looking curly today because I got out of the shower and just stuck it wet in a bun, and then I just like unleashed it. But usually it's like pin straight. It dries straight too. Very pretty. You know what? This girl always has everything. Let me see. I like this girl. She probably has the scanner. Oh, here's clips from the party.
For known abductions. For known abductions. For known abductions. For known abductions.
It looks like they're standing in like a certain. Oh, there's glow sticks. All right. They had glow sticks. That's some light. Not enough to like, get you to the lake or whatever. What is... Oh, this is just 9 hours? Man, she posts a lot. Hold on. It was deleted. No, is that it? Did they delete it? Oh. Hold on. Ugh, that guy. I don't even want to look at him. All right, hold on. Let me tell you. I wonder if the original poster deleted it. Here we go. I found it. All right.
Hi, copy, and Chief Sunday, what if you could respond as well?
Oh, come on.
2650 Arrow Creek Parkway. It's a park in front of the gated house for security for a 1037 subject acting erratically, possibly related to a missing subject out of Placer County. Missing subject first to Kiely, and the vehicle is a match.
They cut out the end, but they say the vehicle is a match, a blue minivan. Like, that's not a match. the vehicle's not a blue minivan. It's a silver CRV. When I heard that yesterday, like, I got set. Everyone sent it to me, and I'm like, I doubt it. Like, I really don't believe that's her. And they were like, well, why not? Like, they said it is a missing girl out of Placer County. And I'm like, they didn't even get the car right. They said it's a blue minivan. And I get, like, a light blue minivan. And I get that, they're, somebody might have just got it wrong. But that's my first thought going to be, like, they didn't even get the description right. I'm not going live and saying this is true. I need it verified first. Like, I wasn't about it. I'm a cynic, though. You know what I mean? And I'm one of those people, like, I have a hard time even saying someone's guilty unless you stick some solid evidence in front of my face. Yeah, they said, is it Kiely or Kiely? It looks like Kiely to me. Like, I said Kiely. I don't know who called that in, but it makes me wonder if there's people encouraging so I heard there was people taking signs off the trees and stuff, or like they put the missing signs up. I heard people were ripping down them too. So, like, maybe there is somebody whose kid was involved somehow and they're trying to protect them, and they're taking down signs and they're calling in like false tips to get everyone going. I don't know, but whoever did that is a jerk. Unless they really thought it was her, but I heard it was like a prank. And I know that her mom was really upset about it. Really upset about the web sleuths, aka the people who went live about it saying she was found. And it sucks because it's like, yeah, I heard that it was a prank. But I get really upset because I feel like these people who jump to conclusions without verifying and going through these, like, I mean, I get the theories part. Like, if you join a discussion group, it's for discussion and theories and all that, or if you, like, I get the theories part and I get all that. But, like, misinformation gives the true crime community, like, a bad rap. And then all the victims' families start hating us because everyone turns the case into a circus, they say, but that's not everybody, but some people definitely take advantage of the circusness of cases. I mean, don't get me wrong. I get into it myself watching the circus of the dumpster fires, I just feel bad for the families that these people, everyone's going after her, really? Well, she should be held accountable for doing it, at least hopefully, since this is the second time that she's done this, hopefully now she understands that doing some clickbait is kind of like you can't do, like, that's my thing. Nobody will even care to watch the video. They will see that headline, Kiely Rodni found, and they will just go tell everybody. Like, nobody's going to even watch that video because they're going to take what you said as fact if you put that as a clickbait. I think Pascal did it that way too, and it really pissed me off. Just, like, put a question mark or something to show you're not sure, that it's unconfirmed yet. Even if you say it in your video, people aren't even going to check the video. It makes me crazy. But I mean, I get it. Everyone makes mistakes and you want to like be the first person to point it out. But if you're going to do that, make sure you verify the source first, because if you're the first person to point it out and you don't have it correct, it's just, you're still going to have to be held accountable for it and you're going to look stupid because of it. Yeah, I'm wondering who's taking the posters down too. I just heard that. Like, I don't know if that's true, but I heard that's what they're doing. Yeah, I saw that too. I think Tyler renamed his video. I don't know if she did or if she deleted it or what, but they like renamed it to look like it didn't say what it did. Well, like, I went live with Brittany last night, but Brittany at least put a question mark in her live, like, title to show, like, she didn't know. You know what I mean? Like, at least do that. Like, put the question marks, and you're like, I'm not really sure, but I'm going live about it anyway, you know? Because you put a clickbait title like that, everyone's going to jump on it. All right, well, I am going to end this, but, all right, I'll give you a trigger warning right now. I'll bring out my little, I'll bring out a roach so you guys can see it. I'll bring out a female. If anyone doesn't want to look, close your eyes or minimize it. It's not that scary, though, I promise. It looks like a giant roly-poly, really. It doesn't look like your average roach. The females aren't ugly. Give me 1 second. I gotta grab it. They're not that easy to catch either. Okay. Laura was arguing with Gray last night about him passing out inaccurate information. Gray is always in chats, talking to Ish. I always see Gray in everybody's chats saying some stuff. Sorry, my curtain is. I'm losing my curtain. All right, guys, you ready? My flashlight. My phone? Ooh. Okay. Yeah. She's not too bad. She's like a giant roly-poly. Ooh, get in there. There you go. Had to show you. It was nice visiting with you girls and guys. Yes, thank you, Beetle Maniac, for coming in. I just appreciate everyone who supports me and comes and watches my videos. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'll be trying to make little videos for every live, but hopefully I get better at them, because it took me 4 hours to make an 8-minute video yesterday. Like, how sad is that? That, like, 8 minutes of video took me that long. It was horrible. It really took me that long. But I want to, offer more visuals and everything. So y'all will just learn with me on my journey of video editing and making videos. I'll get better at it. All right. Good night, everyone. Thank you for coming. Good night. My flashlight. Oh, I know I have my flashlight on, Matt. I needed my flashlight on to get my little roachy that I wanted to show everyone. And everyone's going to be like, this girl is a total creep. She likes roaches. I don't. They're just for my lizards. But I do kind of feel bad for the females. I'm like, they're very motherly. So I give them that. What are you doing? You keep falling. All right. Good night, everyone. Bye. Yeah, she doesn't look like a wild roach. She's a dubia roach. The males look like a wild roach. But they're from South America. They're kind of like the hissing roaches, but smaller. But they're very motherly. All the female roaches take care of the babies. They'll all take turns, protecting them and laying over them. And they'll chase the males away and stuff too. It's actually kind of cute. Yep. All right. You're welcome, Pointer Lover. Good night, everyone. Bye. All right.